coach. You don't need a coach.
Yes, people, welcome to TOSLIVE Match Day. It is one of the best times to be an Arsenal fan, people. I know that because I've been seeing all the tweets from different people. I've been seeing all the jubilation. And of course, I'm very, very happy to be an Arsenal fan today. I'm supposed to be joined today by Ada, by Kenny and Claude. I don't know where they are, but listen, the time is the time. If they're going to join, good and fine. I'm always willing to get them in because I always love to hear their opinions. I want you guys to tell me what you thought about today's game. I have a lot to say about today's game, although it would have been better if I had most of these guys in here today. Arsenal winning 3-1. Who believed that was ever going to happen? Who believed the scoreline? Who even believed we're even going to win? Talk less about 3-1 victory. And guess what? We're still hitting the post. We're still having a lot of attempts on goal. We're still looking like the better team. Unbelievable, people. Listen, I got to say, Martinelli is a very, very infectious and influential player in that team. And he shows it on the pitch. The way the guy moves, Martinelli, the way he runs after every single ball like it's his last, the way he shows so much passion on the football pitch. That is what we are looking for from every single player. Martinelli is an epitome of hunger. That's what I want to see in the team. If you're just joining right now, maybe from Instagram, make sure you come on my YouTube live right now. Hopefully, I'm going to be getting Claude, Kenny, and Ada. Maybe they're running late. I don't know. But you know, the show's got to go on. But listen, guys, I want to hear your comments. I want to hear your opinions. Drop me a comment. Drop me a comment in the chat window. I want to hear what you guys thought about the game. Are you as happy? Are you as elated? Are you as exhilarated as I am? Because honestly, I still feel I'm dreaming. I was there just slapping myself. I was like, wake me up, wake me up, wake me up, because I did not believe what I saw from these players. You know, I saw a lot of times that even lacazette, look, lacazette needs to get some credit today, not because of the penalty, but because of the closing down. He was closing down along with Martinelli. Today, he was doing a lot of closing down. And that's why Chelsea could not play out of the back today. What I saw today was they could not play their game. So many times, Mendy was just kicking the ball in because they were pressing him down. They were not letting him to have his way. You know, that's what I want to see from the players. That's what I want to see from every single Arsenal player. Do you know what I mean? Even there was a time that Mendy even messed up and gave a pass to Lacazette. Lacazette should be scoring that. I was expecting to chip, you know, but you know, not everyone can be messy. Not everyone can be messy. If you're joining right now, please and please come on my YouTube live. I'm on YouTube. Leave my Instagram and come on my YouTube. Let's talk about this game. Look, I'm going to start from the defense. Let's look at Leno today. I didn't really see what Leno did today, if you're going to ask me. He did not. I think he only made, apart from the penalty, which we're going to get to, he didn't really make a lot of saves today. Unless I was watching a different thing. Tell me something different. He didn't really make a lot of saves today. Today, the guy was literally just having a nap. Maybe it was because of the poor finishing from the Chelsea players. I was actually expecting they were going to bring like a Giroud in sometime in halftime. I don't know what Lampard was doing. I have no idea. They were crossing in a lot of balls, but I was expecting someone like Giroud to be at the end of it. But he did not even bring on Giroud. That, for me, is a tactical mistake from Lampard. No one is going to tell me anything different. But I'm happy. He should keep making those mistakes when he plays against us. I'm happy. I don't care about him. But I could see from the point of view of the Chelsea players, they needed someone like a Giroud. But they didn't, because they were really blunt up front. They were really blunt. And we have to give credit to Mari. Pablo Mari had a yellow card. Honestly, I was a bit scared. I was thinking he was not going to be able to be professional enough to handle the pressure. But he did. Most of the tackles he put in were spot on after that. He did not put in any tackle wrong after getting that yellow card. So we need to give him praise because of the way he handled himself, Mari. I respected him today because of the way he handled himself. But I'm not going to get overboard. I'm not going to get overboard. This is just about this game. As Arsenal fans, we need to give credit to where it's due. XHAKA. XHAKA today was immense. Immense in the sense that people are always having a go at XHAKA for passing back. Guys, the penalty we considered, that was a pass from XHAKA. Yeah, that was a pass from XHAKA to Tierney. It was all him. It was a slicing through ball. It was a slicing up through ball from XHAKA. And it went all the way to Tierney. Tierney dribbled his way around Reece James and got the penalty. That was XHAKA. Then we cannot take anything away from the free kick. That free kick reminded me of the free kick he scored against Newcastle last season. It was a similar kind of free kick, almost similar positions. XHAKA, boom, goal. The fire behind that, the accuracy. There was nothing the goalkeeper could do. This goalkeeper, Mendy, has been keeping a lot of clean sheets. Literally a lot of clean sheets. I don't know how many clean sheets now, but he's getting a lot of clean sheets. He actually took Balaga out of the goalpost. He's now their mainstay goalkeeper, but he couldn't stop that. He couldn't stop that. Even the goal that XHAKA scored, that pass started from XHAKA today. So honestly, we need to give credit to where it's due. So the question to you guys right now is that goal an apology from XHAKA? Is that goal worth an apology? Because people are saying he has not apologized yet. People are saying he has not apologized yet for, the red card. But is that goal enough for the apology? Or do you still need to hear an apology from him? Let me hear what Nelson Franklin. Nelson Franklin says, let's celebrate today's win, but we still need a lot of changes in the squad. Listen, I agree, bro. I totally agree. Someone came to my Twitter and was asking me, was saying, so you believe that this team is better than 15th? I said, listen, don't even start, because apparently I know he's one of them guys that I follow, and he follows me on Twitter. I was like, don't start, because I still feel there's a lot of changes needed in this squad, just like you've said. Let's not get carried away by this win. I am very happy. I'm extremely happy. They put in a good performance. There's no doubt about it. But over the long run, you want players that are committed. You want players that are consistent on a constant level. You want players that are going to be giving it their all and be giving in quality in every single game. That's what we are asking from the players. Nothing more. Nothing more. Now we're going to move to another player, Bellerin. Bellerin today, how would you rate him today? I was talking about, because I did the watch along. By the way, I've started doing my own watch alongs now, so try and be joining if you have a chance. And I was actually saying it that, listen, today at least he did not give any foul throw. But apart from the foul throws, I felt his performance was all right. He didn't really put any foot wrong today. Earlier on in the game, he put in one very good cross, and I was like, oh yeah, that's a very good cross from Bellerin. And then he gave another pass to Smith Rowe, who I'm going to get to in a bit. And I expected Smith Rowe to be doing better there. I really expected him to be doing better. I don't know what happened there. But generally speaking, I felt Bellerin was just a decent player today. He wasn't overboard. He wasn't bad. He wasn't excellent. He was actually good. Then we move on to Saka. They asked him after the game, did he really mean to score that goal? Do you guys think Saka meant to score that goal today? He said, yes, he did. But do you really think he meant to score that goal with his weaker foot? Or maybe was he trying to cross the ball to locate Martinelli? I don't know. That's something we need to ask Saka. But when they asked Saka on Sky Sports, he said, yeah, I meant it. Do you really think Saka meant that goal? I don't know about that, man. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But at the end of the day, listen, who cares? Who cares whether he meant the goal? Who cares whether he was meaning to cross it? All we care about is the fact that he hit the post and went into the net. That is all we care about. That's all Arsenal fans right now care about. No one cares about whether or not, he meant it. And then we have to move over to another player, Holding, today. Did Holding prove himself to be in the starting lineup next week? Because apparently I've been told that what's his name? Luis is injured. No, not injured. He's ill. I don't know how true that is. They said Luis is ill. And obviously Gabriel as well is doing self-isolation. So that's the reason why we had Pablo Mari and Holding partnership today. And a lot of people were not very confident with that partnership. They felt it was a shaky partnership and all that. But honestly, I have to give credit to the both of them. They conducted themselves very well. So the question is, did we defend so well, or was Chelsea really poor up front? That's another question. Is it? I don't know. I felt we defended quite well because Mari was very, very professional. Very professional. He was on a yellow card, and he showed that he wasn't just sticking his leg in in everybody's part. He was very, very careful afterwards. He was very careful. Then we'll move over to El Neni today. I thought El Neni, for me, I was cursing a little bit in the first half, I think. Yeah, I think in the first half. There were 2 times that he gave away the ball. And I thought that he shouldn't have given away the ball in those situations. Those were easy situations for him to be able to get out of. But what I noticed from El Neni today, in some moments it was good, some moments it was bad. But the moments it was bad, I noticed this guy was not looking around him before he gets the ball. One thing about elite midfielders, what makes them the best out of the best is they usually are aware of their surroundings before the ball even comes to them. They know whether or not they want to do a first touch. They know whether or not they want to push the ball forward. They know whether or not they want to do a one-touch pass. Why? Because they are aware of their surroundings. They are aware of the opponents around them. They are aware of all the other players around them. Then that makes them make the decision before the ball comes to them. But what I noticed from El Neni in some cases is he gets the ball and then he maybe gets surrounded by 2 players and he then decides, oh, let me dribble now. And I'm like, you don't make those decisions after, you know, the fact that these guys have already covered you up. And he actually caused 2 counter-attacking situations for Chelsea today. I was cursing. I'm not going to lie. I was cursing him a little bit. Nelson Franklin says Smith Rowe needs more playing time. He got more potential and reminded us of Alex Klebb. I think Alex Klebb is going a bit overboard, bro. But I do agree with you. He needs a bit more playing time because I was saying it last week with Kenny and Claude. I felt he should have started ahead of Willock in the last game. Let's be real. He gives a bit more, and you're right. Smith Rowe gives a bit more attacking options up front. He has a bit more eye for the passes. He has a bit more eye for the goal, and I think he can actually even beat a man better than Willock. For Willock, I'm not entirely sure what Willock brings to the team. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I don't know if he's very good defensively. I don't know if he's very good attacking. If I'm going to ask any Arsenal fan today what Willock brings to the game, can any of you tell me what exactly he brings? I don't know. I really don't know. I must confess. I really don't know. All I know is the fact that Emile Smith Rowe shows a bit more promise. And listen, for me, he delivered today. For me, he delivered. He showed us a little bit what he's made of. We moved to Martinelli today. Martinelli, one thing about Martinelli, look at that goal he almost scored, the acrobatic goal. If that goal had gone in, that would have probably been one of the goal contenders for the goal of the season, in my opinion. Because what he did there was he actually did he kicked the ball up, he kicked the ball up by himself, and then went for the bicycle by himself, everything in the air. You know, that's someone that's breathing with confidence. That's someone that wants to. So the question I keep asking is, why is it that we have players like this in the team? Yeah, and other players around them cannot do the same. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense to me. This is why I'm like wondering. People are saying, "Oh yeah, they're always putting every blame on the coach." But then you have to ask the question: why are these players playing better under this coach? Why are they putting in their best? Why are they putting in 100%? This is the question I keep asking people. This is what baffles me, because I don't understand why is it that you have players like this, like him, Emile Smith Rowe, Saka. These guys are showing more fight in the team. So if these guys are showing more fight, why can't the other players learn from it? Do you know what I mean? That's what baffles me. He didn't score a goal today, Martinelli, but you cannot take anything away from what he added to the team. He added to the team what Pepe hasn't done in the last 5 games in Premier League. Let's be real. Let's be real. I'm going to get to Pepe in a bit. But let's be real. He added much more in terms of energy, in terms of enthusiasm. He puts in 100%. And he's a good baller. He doesn't lose the ball anyhow. That's one thing I don't like about Pepe. Pepe always loses the ball easily. You see someone like Martinelli. Martinelli is always showing quality. Quality upon quality upon quality. Every single time he's on the ball. And that's what I rate him. So sometimes it's not about the age. It's about the football intelligence. This guy makes sure that he doesn't lose the ball. And even when he loses the ball, this guy follows you up like you stole his girlfriend. He follows you up like you stole something from him. That's what you want in the team. He's very similar to Sanchez in a way, and very similar in his hunger to Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes, yes, I say it again. Bruno Fernandes, Manchester United. The guy is not just quality, but the guy shows hunger. He wants to win. The guy follows every single ball, and that's what you want. If you have a player like this, he infects the rest of the players. And I saw today himself and Lacazette, they were pressing every single Chelsea player up front. That's the reason why the Chelsea players were forced to be kicking the ball out. They couldn't play at the back. They couldn't play at the back. Mendy was looking for a lot of people to pass the ball to. Nothing. No options. Nothing. If he wants to pass to maybe Thiago Silva, Lacazette is there. If he wants to pass to Zuma, Martinelli is there. He was forced to kick it out. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. We move to Turney. Turney is very similar in terms of his infection. He's very similar in terms of the hard work. The crosses he was putting in today. Not only the crosses, he also won us the penalty. He also won us the penalty. And by the rules, people were arguing that that's not a penalty. By the rules that have been set by FA is there's a contact, you don't touch the ball, you go down. It's a penalty. Even if I thought it was soft, let's be real, it was still a penalty by the standards that have been set. And that's the problem today. Today we look around and I'm like, okay, you know what? Should that have gone to the VAR? I don't think it should have gone to the VAR, in my opinion, because for things to go to VAR, it simply means that there's a clear and obvious error. But that wasn't a clear and obvious error because obviously the referee got it right. And that's why it's a penalty. And that's why they still awarded the penalty. because he was right with his first call. And this is what I don't understand about this VAR. It don't make no sense to me. But anyway, apart from the fact that he was able to get a penalty for us, I would say overall, he was wonderful. His work ethics was on point as usual. His hard work was on point as usual. There was a time that he did a proper defending, the one that he put his hand in the back and the ball hit him on his chest, you know, and then he went down. Like literally he was off balance because of obviously the weight of the shot was a bit too much for him. But that's someone that is showing so much passion for the team. So much passion. This guy was whipping in crosses. He was running at players. There was one good 1-2 between him and Martinelli. I don't know if you guys can remember. I think it was in the second half. Martinelli came down. He passed the ball to Martinelli. Martinelli flicked it to him. No, he didn't pass it. Someone else passed it to Martinelli. Martinelli flicked it to him. He made the long run. Martinelli was running as well. And then he passed it back to Martinelli. Martinelli had a shot. Unfortunately, we didn't score from that. But what you want to see is these youngsters coming in and showing the big boy how it's done. The question now is, if Aubameyang should come back into this team, will he be able to show that hunger? We know Oba is quality. There's no doubt. We know his quality. But will he be able to show that much hunger? We want to see that hunger from him. And that's the problem right now. Aubameyang is not showing that hunger. Yes, he knows how to score the goals. He's a wonderful goal scorer, no doubt about it. But when your quality is not working for you right now in the team, what you need is fighters. What you need is fighters. So I'm definitely going to be starting Emily Smith-Rowe against Brighton because we're going to Brighton. I'm going to be talking about that at the end of the show. But we have not won Brighton since 2017. So that's going to be a very tough game. And we're going to their home. That place is not the place we want to visit as Arsenal fans, honestly. We're going to their home, Brighton. So what we need are fighters. We don't want no passengers in the team. What we want is fighters. Fighters. Yeah, we look at Lacazette. I've already talked about Lacazette. Obviously, he was able to get the what's it called? He was able to get the penalty for us. I'm a bit thirsty. He was able to get the penalty for us, but when I looked at the replay of that penalty, he actually gave the keeper the eyes. He gave the keeper the eyes. And that's one of the reasons why the keeper went the other way. So what he did was in the replay, he was looking at his left-hand side, which is the right-hand side of the goalkeeper. He looked that way and then he passed, he placed the ball to the right-hand side so that he was able to get rid of the goalkeeper. So the goalkeeper got a bit confused there. That was a wonderfully taken penalty. You can't compare it with what Jorginho did. Jorginho, had a very poor penalty today, in my opinion. You can't take anything away from Leno because Leno saw what he wanted to do. It takes a good goalkeeper to be able to see that, and I think you have to give credit to Leno because Leno didn't have much to do today. Let's be real. He didn't have much to do. Most of the balls he was saving. I don't know if they're gonna call those things save, but they were more like pass back to him that he was just grabbing. It wasn't really shots and all that. So you'd be expecting that this guy that has been sleeping in the goalpost might not be able to save that penalty. But he proved me wrong because honestly, as soon as they had that penalty, I was already thinking to myself, like, geez, that's Arsenal for you. We had 5 minutes on the clock, and I was already thinking to myself, like, listen, I think it's gonna be a hard-fought victory for us today, and it was gonna be a nail-biting experience all over again. I've got Ada here. I've been talking. I didn't know you guys were still gonna be able to come on. I was just looking through the players and all that. So anyway, how happy are you today, Ada?
I am ecstatic, Tade. You cannot imagine how excited I am to get 3 points. For the first time since about the Old Trafford victory,
I was going crazy as well. I was really going crazy.
I saw you.
If you're joining me on Instagram right now, I'm on YouTube. Make sure you come to my YouTube and come and drop your comments. Arsenal for the win today. If you're an Arsenal fan, even a Chelsea fan, I want to hear your comments today. Make sure you come online. I'm here with Ada right now. Make sure you come online and come and share your comments. Right, Ada. So I've literally been going through most of the players. So I'm just gonna ask you a few because I want us to wrap it up quickly and then we'll go to player ratings. And then we finish up. I don't want us to do 2 hours or 1.5 hours like we did the last time. Yeah, so how would you rate, let me start with Martinelli. How would you rate Martinelli's performance?
Wow, that guy was commanding in attack. I would give him an 8. I'll give him an 8 today. I wish
even if he didn't score a goal, you still felt he deserved an 8.
Pardon?
Even if he didn't score a goal, you still felt he deserved an 8.
Oh, yes. His body, the way he's positioning, opening up his body, giving those passes. His sheer presence on the pitch today was good for the mentality. at the attacking player of our team.
Mm.
I'll give him 8. Yeah.
Okay, nice one. So what about Emily Smith Rowe today? How would you rate his impact?
Smith Rowe for me was when I saw him on the start, I felt okay. It'll be interesting to see how he takes on this challenge. And yes, he probably didn't record an assist or a goal, but I liked what he offered in the team. I could see the dynamism that was missing when it was someone else, maybe Ceballos pairing someone else, or it was Willock or Willian or even Pepe. I just like what he had to offer. And of course, off the back of a win, he can't be getting less than 7.
Because I think one thing I liked about Emily Smith Rowe is the fact that he sort of shows the sort of attacking midfielder prowess that were missing in the team. And that's something I liked about him today. There was a little bit of, he was like a connection between the defense and the attack. Do you know what I mean? And this is one of the reasons why I was saying it in the last live. And I think Claude agreed with me. I was saying in the last live that, listen, what does Willock bring into the team? What does Willock really bring into the team?
Yeah.
If you look at hey Kenny, how you doing?
Hi, Kenny.
We're just doing some sort of player ratings.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, because I've got my earbuds in because just wanted to. I know you're trying to gloat in it about us, about this great win and about Arteta being a genius, isn't it?
That's not even what I said. That's not what I said. I wasn't saying
What did you
that.
say?
I'm always balanced. Kenny. You know that. All I'm saying is the fact that
me and Claude ain't.
We know. What did you say?
Well, you say me and Claude are not balanced.
you guys are always I don't know. How am I going to explain it? Once you set your mind on something, right, it's difficult to change it. No matter what. So the question is, okay, I'm going to ask you this question since you've joined now. I'm going to ask you this question. How would you rate Xhaka's performance today?
Right.
Oh, XHAKA?
Yes.
I thought XHAKA's fantastic. XHAKA, let me tell you something about Granit XHAKA. I think what Arsenal fans fail to do with Granit XHAKA is that they concentrate on what he can't do rather than the things that he gives to the team. They neglect the fact that he can pass the ball and that what Granit can do is that he smells danger to the extent that he knows that if someone's out of position like the left back, he knows when to go in there. He knows that he knows when the back's against the wall. Oh, right, I'm going to be that extra. You saw that against Man City in the semi-final last year and against Chelsea. That's when Granit Xhaka's played his best football. But the thing about that is that we've bought someone who's better than him in terms of Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey is there to replace Granit Xhaka because he can do what Granit does and do a lot better. Obviously, Thomas Partey he's not so much in Diddy, but this is important. Another thing as well is that Granit Xhaka is not a sure starter because he trusts El Neni more than Granit Xhaka. Because you look at it, if Partey's fit, it's not going to be Granit Xhaka playing.
Come on, Arsenal!
What?
Yes.
Did someone buy you a Christmas present or something?
Bring it on!
That was up there today. That was up there. Where it is now, mate.
You're joking.
Hey, listen, boys. Let's celebrate the win.
Yeah.
We are staying up, so we are staying up.
We
are staying up.
Right. Let's celebrate it. I never thought I'd see Arteta come up against someone even more incompetent than him.
Wait a minute. Are you saying
I'm telling you, I'm making you this prediction now. A great win for the boy. A great win. Shows you what the energy those young players can bring. It's a shame that Arteta didn't think of Smith Rowe all season because he's been there all season. not even playing in sometimes in the Europa League.
Yeah.
Listen, this guy's got a lot of energy. Today was our cup final. We treated it like a cup final.
That is it.
Can we treat every game now till the end of the season like cup finals? That is the thing. Can we go to Brighton and have that same level of intensity?
Yeah.
Because this Brighton, we will be the ones expected to win.
Yes.
Not really.
We were the underdogs. Today we were the underdogs. And I said it on the stream yesterday. When we played Chelsea, they've been giving it all. They all week. When we played Chelsea as underdogs, we always beat them. I had a bet. I can show you the bet I had. I told everyone yesterday we will win this game.
Yeah.
Penny, did I or not?
Can you hear me, guys?
Claude, I can't believe this is Claude.
Listen to me.
Are you sure this is you? Are you sure this is Claude?
No, listen to me. God say it is. I don't need to be I say it as it is. Right? This is my prediction. Chelsea will not finish in the top 6 this season. There you go.
Okay, now that's the real Claude. Now you're back to yourself. I think this is the real Claude I'm talking to now. Because I couldn't believe how positive you are about a win.
Let's not all get too excited because there's still a lot of work to be done. Right? And yes, I haven't changed my tune. So I still think it's not good enough. I still think the manager's still not good enough. Great win today. Well done. He got one over a Lampard.
Can I ask you a question?
And he got one over him in the cup final.
Can I ask you a question? I mean, did I mishear you when you said that we're going to be favourites against Brighton? Was that what you said?
Of course we are going to be favourites.
Why do you think we have not won Brighton since 2017?
Listen. Win today now.
They've beaten us 3 times. And in 2017 was the last time we won Brighton.
Doesn't matter.
Do you really think we're going to be favourites? Let's be real.
Because we've beaten Chelsea and everyone is all hyped up. I don't know why, because they've lost 3 of the last 4 games. So they're not exactly a great side themselves. But because we've beaten Chelsea, everyone's expectancy level will go up. Right? But will Arteta bring Aubameyang back?
You see, this is why I was asking Adam before you joined. This is why I was asking Adam
on Tuesday. Will he bring these other players back? Because
yes. Yes, he
will.
Will
we see Smith Rowe on Tuesday? Will we see Martinelli on Tuesday?
No.
Martinelli is definitely going to start. I'm not sure about Emily Smith Rowe, but I think Martinelli is definitely going to start. Definitely
no, he won't. The reason why I disagree and agree with what Claude's saying is that this lineup today kind of fell into Mikel's lack because his go-to players, regardless of the fact there may be problems between them now, his go-to players have always been David Luiz, William Borges de Silva, and obviously Gabriel the new lad. Now, if they would have been fit, they would have played today instead of this Murray Smith Rowe. If Aubameyang's fit, then I don't see any way that Martinelli gets in the team because Aubameyang is going to play on that sort of left, forward side, and then obviously you'll play either Lacazette or Eddie Nketiah. But the way Lacazette, scored 2 goals in the last 2 games, so it's going to be if everyone's fit, Martinelli don't get a game. He's on the bench. He's coming on the bench because Aubameyang's over him in terms of seniority. And
do you know what? I hear what you're saying, but I don't think with what's been going on now, I don't think Martinelli will be benched. And we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this at the Brighton game. I don't think he's going to be benched. There's a reason he took him off. There's a reason we took him off early.
Yeah.
There's a reason we took him off early.
There's also a case
I think he's going to start in the next season. Perhaps Emily Smith Rowe might not start, but I think Martinelli might get a start. However,
can't see it happening. I can't see it happening. The reason why I say that is because of the way he likes to play. He wants his centre forward to be good with their back goal, to be able to drop into that sort of false, number 10 position. Plus, he wants him to be able to hold the ball up. Now, if you look at Martinelli, he can't do that. Martinelli's the sort of person who can run into space, harry. get and then make little runs into that box to have shots on goal, getting goals and chances. The same with in terms of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, in terms of like what he wants from Eddie Nketiah, maybe Balogun, maybe in the future if he signs a contract and he trusts our manager, which I'm not sure he does. And like I said, these are the sort of what he wants from his strikers, and that's why I'm very sceptical if Martinelli are playing the same team as Aubameyang, because I think it's been tried before, and I don't see it working.
Okay, I mean, we'll watch and see. I guess we'll agree to disagree on that one. We'll watch and see. I just feel it's gonna be stupid it's gonna be really stupid for Martinelli not to play. The whole world can see that this guy changes the whole team. He changes the whole outlook of the team, the energy level, the commitment. He changes all that. Everyone can see that. So if he doesn't start him, that's going to be very bad for Arteta, in my opinion.
The only thing I also caution with these players as well, they are young players. And they're not going to be able to do it consistently every game like they play today. And what you've got to be very careful here is that Martinelli's not going to play like that every game because he's young. It's simple. He's a young player. So there'll be a lot of pressure now put on them now because people will be expecting that every bloody week and every game. So we're still not in a good position, really. And all this now, I mean, I'm hearing people saying, we told you so about Arteta. Well, no, not really, because he won the cup final against Chelsea. He's just got one over Lampard, and that's it. Lampard is, to me, I think he's showing a lot of deficiencies. That's why they've lost 3 games out of 4. And I don't know it's a strange league. All these teams are getting beat now, and they're still up there. I'm looking at his selection today. If I'm going to look at it on the other side of things, I can't see why. And I'm grateful that he didn't, because we've won the game. But I cannot understand why he never played Giroud, never came on at all.
Yeah, so that's one thing I'm going to argue with you.
Midfielders, when they were 2-0, was it 2-0 down? He's bringing on a midfielder. Why didn't he bring Giroud on in that second half? I mean, if I was a Chelsea fan, I'd be very worried. And I've heard Chelsea fans tonight calling him to go. They're calling him.
Really? Sorry, you're talking about Anita on the football series because she's never.
That's just reactions talking. That's just reactions.
No. But I beg to differ, Tade, because I think what's happened is that in terms of like, I think a lot of Chelsea fans look at the resources they have in terms of like, he's got players like Ziyech, he's got players like
120 million
for a lot of money, and he's got players like Werner as well. And you look at the game, the way the game was. He's put, Werner is devoid of any confidence. He did the right thing to keep on Pulisic and Mason Mount. But there was a situation where Mason Mount and Hudson Odoi were getting into great areas, dangerous areas, where they're putting crosses in. Now, don't get me wrong, Tammy Abraham had a good game. He scored his goal. But, you've got Giroud sitting on the bench, and he doesn't bring him on. And then when a team's a bit brittle, you're getting that behind that team. He brings on Havertz. He didn't make any sort of impact in the game. So in that respect, that's why people like myself and Claude are thinking, well, hang on here. But I think it is, guys, as well in terms of Chelsea football clubs. I mean, obviously our audience are in Nigeria, and a lot of Nigerians are Chelsea. A lot of the Nigerians are Chelsea fans. Actually,
they're mainly Arsenal, Chelsea, and Man U fans. Mainly Arsenal.
Yeah, but a lot of them are Chelsea fans. So what happens, I think, with Chelsea is that Chelsea fans need to realise, right, is that the leaders that they've had with Terry, Lampard, Drogba, they're not there in those sort of situations. So they've got to create a new sort of team. And I think what it is as well, it's really hard for Chelsea at the moment because Liverpool's just too strong, and then Man United can beat them. Spurs are strong.
So Man United is really strong when they have Fernandes, by the way.
Well, you're Fernandes, definitely Fernandes, but I'm not sure funny, right?
I said Fernandes. Why do you call him that?
Because it's Portuguese. Because you know what's happened. In Portuguese, if you go to like Portugal, like if for instance, someone like Gabriel Magalhães, You know, Andre Vish-Bush. That's how you pronounce it. In England,
How do
they
you
pronounce
pronounce all these names so properly? I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah, because the reason is that you imitate what you watch. Because remember, I met to a lot of people from Portugal,
because
Spain.
Because he's educated and these commentators aren't. That's why.
So yeah, I'm not educated. Yeah,
it's not a case of education. I think what's happening is that if you notice a lot of names, all right.
They should be pronouncing it better. Journalists have gone to fucking school. They should be allowed. They should pronounce these names better, like you're pronouncing.
All right. What about a lot of Nigerians here in the chat room? How do you feel when they call Jordan? They say Jordan Ibe. You know full well it's not Jordan Ibe.
Yeah, it's Ibe. It's Jordan Ibe.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So I think you pronounce it. I think English people, when they pronounce names, they pronounce it how they spell it. You know what I mean? But you know, Portuguese. You know, it's like, for instance, when they call Santiago Cafola, but here it's like Santi Cazorla. You know what I mean?
You need to go and be a Spanish or Portuguese teacher. No, let's move on to. I want to do player ratings, and in the process of player rating, we just talk about each player so that we can round this up quickly today. Yeah. So I'm going to ask you the question. Sorry,
where's the girl gone?
I'm not sure, to be honest. She just messaged me and said she'll probably be back.
She's doing an interview for the Arsenal fan TV.
Yeah. I think that's what's happening. Yeah. Right. Okay. This is a question to you guys. Is XHAKA's goal an apology?
You can have that one.
Sorry?
Is XHAKA's goal an apology? Because you guys have been banging on about apologies and stuff.
No.
But he's got a wonderful goal. He led his pass to Czerny led to the penalty. He did very well today. Isn't that enough?
One great moment doesn't cut out 100 mistakes.
Two great moments. Dude.
Great goal. Good played well today. Did play well today. Good goal. But you can't just say because one performance and he's suddenly forgiven for everything else. No, it doesn't work out. It doesn't work like that for me. Maybe it works for Kenny, but it don't work for me, mate.
No. You know the thing about it, right? In terms of apology, right? I think the problem is with Granit Xhaka, right? When a player gets sent off, do they actually owe fans an apology? I can understand I can understand the situation when he reacted and told the crowd where to go at Palace last year when we were at home. But in terms of sending off, I mean, I think what it is, it's all because of players like Pepe and Gabriel. They apologise and they apologise. And I think what's happened is that it's too many players nowadays want to be liked on social media because you see what's happening. Look what happened to Rimmerson. Look at what Arsenal fans did to him after he made that mistake. And the easy mistake to make, he's got rid of his social media. Does he really owe fans like? Does Xhaka owe fans like that an apology? Not really.
I agree with you. I think because the precedence has been set, just like you said, by all those other players.
He does owe us apology.
Hang on. I think because the precedence has been set, just like you said, by the likes of Gabriel and the likes of Pepe that apologized, and they expected that from XHAKA. But if you look over the years, I cannot remember Vieira coming to apologize to the fan when he had a red card.
He had a few.
Yeah. So I think it's because maybe this player is not good enough, according to so many Arsenal fans. And on top of that, he didn't have the red card. And then when a relegation battle, I think it's a combination of all that. I'm
going to be honest, right? It's a good performance today, Kenny. But I'm going to ask Kenny this. Can I ask it? So I know you're the presenter on here, mate. I don't like to
Go on.
But I was going to ask Kenny, do you think in a way Lampard, in a way, handed that game to Arteta on a plate?
Yes. Because the simple reason is that intensity. He's played. Reece James had a knock with his knee, and he's played him. You played him. Now everyone knows that he's played with Reece James because he's better than Azpilicueta at getting down the right hand side. But in terms of his defensive, what they all needed, turning, trying to stop the crosses coming from Tierney. That's could have been a mistake. Again, you got Chilwell. Now, we saw him at the game on Monday against West Ham United, where he can hardly walk on that ankle, but he's played in. So, you know, what he's done is he's all right. I can understand why he's done it, but, you know, in a game like Arsenal, you have to show that sort of intensity. So that lineup, it wasn't lineup on paper fantastic, but if you're not at it physically in a derby against Arsenal, a team that, you know, who think, you know what, everyone expects us to lose against Chelsea, and because Chelsea are giving us a few thrashers here and there, and Chelsea fans and everyone at Chelsea football think they just have to turn up and win. So when we were at it and that type of intensity, Lampard's picked the wrong place. He could have gone with Azpilicueta for that kind of experience and defensive know-how. So yes, I agree. He did was an architect of their downfall, but even so, their attitude of their players, especially in the first half, especially when they went a couple of goals down, kind of gave the game to us on the plate, really.
Okay, so Gunners that here says something else. I want us to round this up quickly. Gunners that said good result, but we have seen this type of results before, where XHAKA has played Descent and Bellerin. However, they've let us down time and time again. The manager still, for me, is not good enough. I think this is something that you guys have already touched on.
Bellerin always seems to have a good game against Chelsea, but for the rest of the game, playing crap, isn't it? It just seems a bit strange. But go on, carry on.
Chichibikem Uzo here says it's not an apology though. He's talking about the strikers goal. It's not an apology though, but he was superb on his day. XHAKA is an outstanding player. You guys agree he's an outstanding player on his day? The word
Claude can say that.
On his day.
No, there's a lot of things that there's not. Listen, he had a good game today. He played really well, and what a great free kick. And he's capable of free kicks like that. I saw the one at Selhurst Park when he was a brilliant free kick, and he is capable of that. Maybe sometimes he should shoot a bit more. I mean, when he does have he's got a shot on him. No, I don't. It's not convincing me. Just not one game. I don't get overhyped over one game, mate. Sorry, mate. I mean, I heard one Arsenal fan say we could still make a run for the Champions League tonight.
If we change our manager, we can.
Aye.
We changed our manager.
We won't be changing it now, Kenny, mate. This is now. He'll probably be getting another extended contract tomorrow after this game, mate.
You know where it is. You know what it is, and everything. Right? It's that again. You can't, as I said earlier in the show before you came on. You got Croydon late, London boy like Smith Rowe, Chelsea. Yeah, I want some of that. You got an Ealing boy, West London boy in XHAKA. Mates are probably Chelsea fans who he moves with back in West London. Chelsea at home. You know, he's probably getting ribbed all the time, probably friends with players like Waynes and Mann. He's up for it. But the problem is that you're not going to play Chelsea 38 times in a season. No. You're going to have to have that sort of intensity for Brighton, who generally think, you know,
it was like a cup tie for us today. We played it like a cup tie, didn't we? You're right there, and it's probably why we do well in the cup competition sometimes. It's because we have these sort of one-off performances. Because I agree with you, Kenny. I agree with you. It's I still believe, and I'm delighted because I even had a bet on the guy. I put my money where my mouth is. I said it before. I said when we're the underdogs, we will beat them. I just feel that Lampard. I actually believe, and I don't know what I'm saying this. I think he's about the same level as Arteta. I mean that. I think they're on about the same level. He met his match today. Arteta met his match. No,
maybe. I'm not going to disagree with what you said, but let's just face it. They played 4 times, and we've won the cup final. But you know, there was a time last season when they beat 2-1.
Even the 2 league games.
But the first league game we won 2-1. Lampard made a change where he brought Jorginho on, and what's happened is that he controlled the game because Jorginho was.
We would have better team passing.
Yeah, we're on a better team, but in terms of the tempo of the game, was slowed down by Jorginho kicking the ball, and that way Lampard
by the goal.
Yeah, it's a mistake, but you know they finished the game strongly. But in terms of like Lampard, you say that, but look how Lampard, after losing to Man United, getting thrashed 3 times in the semi-final of the FA Cup, he got a system and he out coached Solskjaer. So I don't know. The thing is that Lampard's got so much goodwill because of what he's done as a football at Chelsea. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get this, and don't get me wrong. I think this performance today was better than the when we beat United. By the way,
of course, yeah.
But don't get me wrong. I know it, but we played them again when we played them at the Bridge when it was 2-2. Yeah, I thought we were the better side. We played them in the cup final when we fought him in the cup final, and now in the league we've done them again in the league. That's why I was confident, because when we're underdogs. All I heard from their fans is how they were going to knock us 3 or 4.
Yeah,
and our fans as well, like me. I thought we.
I mean, I did a poll. Yeah. I did a poll on Twitter, and I think 50-something%, I think 53% said Chelsea were going to win, and these were mainly Arsenal.
But football goes like that. When you think when you're too overconfident, and it probably goes through to the players, the manager. I think he came out. He thought. I think this is what I think Lampard was doing today. He thought, hold on, they're playing really poor. We've got a game on Monday. We've got 2 games within 48 hours. Do I leave Giroud for the Villa game where it will probably a harder game? I'll leave him on the bench. It's only Arsenal. We'll get through it. And I think that's what's happened here. Yeah. That's what happened, in my opinion. Not taking anything away. We were fantastic today. But a word of caution. Tuesday is a different ball game. We go there as expected to beat them. We'll be expected to beat Brighton, and Brighton will sit. They won't
I disagree with that though. But anyway,
what do you mean you disagree? You always disagree.
We are not favorites. We are not favorites against Brighton. I keep saying that.
Are you disagreeing?
We are not favorites against Brighton, Claude.
What?
We are not favorites against Brighton.
Well, go and have a look at the bookies odds. Go and have a look at the bookies odds.
That's their problem. This is my opinion, and I don't think we're favorites. We haven't won this guy since 2017 under 3 or 4 matches. Why do you think it's going to change now?
You just want to disagree with me.
I don't want to disagree with you. I'm just telling you what my opinion is. I said it before you came. Listen,
you're coming out with that nonsense.
Claude, before you guys came on, I said the same thing. It's not because of you. I said the same thing.
How are we not favourites when they've not won at home? Is it not? Was it they haven't won at home since they beat us last time?
Yeah.
How are we favoured for that game? Come on, Tad. Behave yourself, man. Come on.
But I think playing Devil's advocate. I think we are in bad form. And Brighton are kind of in bad form before, and I think what's happened is that Brighton would be really up for this because of the fact that they got players who were getting their heads, like Neil Maupay were getting their heads.
Yeah,
Connolly's got that. So and you know, and believe it or not, in terms of like their set pieces, we do go to sleep sometimes. And those crosses that Hudson and Doyle put in, I think that. You know, that their defenders are going to like that very much. But also, it's Danny Welbeck as well, got a bit of pace as well. You know? So
that's going to cause us problems. Anyway, guys, let's get into the player ratings quickly. But before we do that, I'm going to put my favorite.
That's true. Danny Welbeck plays there. Let's remember.
Yeah.
Hey. Are you enjoying the content? Well, if you're enjoying the content, subscribe. What are you waiting for? Stop looking at me. Subscribe now. Come on. How is the channel going to grow if you don't subscribe? Help a brother. Thank you very much.
All right, people, you had it.
When you
subscribe to my channel. While you're here, make sure don't just watch and leave. Make sure you subscribe. This is the final segment of the program, player ratings. I'm going to be rating each player. I'm going to be getting the gentleman and the lady here to do that. So
you replace that bit of glass that you smashed.
You know what? I knew you were going to say that. Okay, I'm going to start with you, Claude, because you've been a naughty one here. Leno, rate Leno today.
Yeah, as I say, apart from the penalty save, didn't have much to do, did it? But he did make that penalty save, which if it would have gone in, I'm not being funny, it would have been everyone would have been rushing to the toilet for the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, you're right.
I think with that penalty save was vital, because if that had gone in, I think there would have been, it could have been another West Ham Spurs situation. Yeah. So I'm going to give him, for that, I'm going to give him an 8.
Yeah, because obviously for someone that, I agree with you, for someone that hasn't had much to do and then put under that kind of pressure to get a penalty, and he did well, because he actually read Jorginho's movements and everything, which is very different from what Lacazette did to their goalkeeper. But we're going to get to Lacazette in a bit. Turney, Ada.
Wow, one of our bright sparks so far. Even when we were in the trenches, this guy has been pushing. It's no fluke that he's part of the victory today. It's pure hard work. I'll give him an 8. Okay. I'll give him an 8. Yeah.
Did very well.
Very well.
Now, say something? Okay. Now, Mari, this is for you, Kenny. Mari, and I want to hear what you want to say about this.
All right, in terms of Mari, I thought, you know what? I think he done okay. He struggled at times with the power of Abraham, but he got stuck in. He got himself booked, for a sneaky little foul. But he doesn't play that often. Yeah. But I thought that in terms of that left-hand side, I thought it was good effort for him. I'll give him a 6. I don't what do I. But I give it a 6.
I don't know. I think 6 is a bit harsh, because the reason I say is I feel that's your rating, but this is just my own opinion. Yeah. For someone that was on a yellow card most of the game, and he still kept it cool, and he still put in some good tackles after that, I felt. And guess what? He had to take that yellow card for the team, because that was a counter attack. So I'm still gonna stick to your 6, but you're being harsh.
I'm giving him a 7. He understanding of the defense. I was very happy with what I saw with Mari, actually.
Yeah, but we'll stick to Kenny's rating anyway. Nobody's overruling anything here. Holding, Claude. Captain Holding. He wasn't a captain today, but I'm just saying, it was a captain
today. Holding, I thought, I thought he done probably one of his best games he's played for us. Yeah, done well today.
Really? Okay.
And he seems to have he seems to play well against Chelsea, doesn't he?
Chelsea, yeah.
And remember the Wembley final where he completely best players on the pitch.
I remember that game,
I'm going to give him a 7.
Okay, you can go with that. El Neni, I have my reservations about El Neni, but over to you, Ada. What do you think about El Neni today?
I was pleased with El Neni today. I was pleased with him. I saw not too different from what he can do, but let's look at what really he did today. He was not disappointing in any way. He had a rhythm with the defense and the attack. He was where he was supposed to be. I would struggle to give him a 6. I'll give him a 7 still.
Yeah. Really? Okay. I felt there were 2 counter-attacking situations against us, which was all his fault. The problem I have with El Neni is in so many cases, what I noticed from him is he doesn't look around him before. I shouldn't say he doesn't look around. Sometimes he doesn't look around him before he gets the ball, and then tries to make a decision when he's already surrounded by the opponent. And that, for me, is something he needs to work on. Two times he gave away the ball today, and 2 times they had a counter attack against us. I had a problem with that, because I picked on those points when I was watching the game today, and I was like, you know what, he needs to improve on that. But at the end of the day, those mistakes didn't cost us. So yeah, I think I can stick to that. But for me, it's still average, in my opinion. XHAKA, over to you, Kenny. What would you rate XHAKA today?
I thought XHAKA. I know the Sky gave Saka the man of the match, but I thought it was pretty harsh on XHAKA. So I thought XHAKA was actually a man of the match in terms of first this free kick. Obviously, his discipline as well, and his ability to just get in positions where he protected the back four. When players are out of position, he went in that position and helped out. And I thought that was a very intelligent and tactical game from XHAKA. And to be honest, right, he's just come back from suspension. He's clearly not first choice anymore because Thomas Partey has taken his place, and it's a case of Thomas Partey and Elneny. So even if Thomas Partey was fit, Elneny would play ahead of him with his manager. So, he's kind of fighting for his place in his team. And I think the reason why I'm giving XHAKA and going to give him an 8 as well, I think with Arsenal fans, is that I completely agree with them in terms of their thoughts of Granit Xhaka because of what he brings to him, what he does with him. I think Arsenal fans need to realise Granit Xhaka is not going to be someone like Santiago Cafone. He's not going to be like a Jorginho. He's not going to be like a Bruno Fernandes or Paul Pogba. He's just going to be a steady Eddie. He gets the ball, passes it to someone, helps someone out of midfield, makes his little blocks. He hasn't got pace. He's not going to have it overnight.
Xabi Alonso?
So, Xabi Alonso is 10 times better than him. 10 times better than him. He's
not
not Xabi Alonso.
That type of player.
They're not at the same level.
Yeah, you're probably not the same level.
Yeah?
I'll give him an 8 because okay. I think he's had a good game today.
Yeah, very good game.
Good. Bellerin, over to
I didn't say they were on the same side. I'd say that.
Yeah, but I think in terms of the discipline he gives to the side, because I think like Xabi Alonso, like Gerrard wanted to bomb on. Xabi Alonso, all right, mate.
It was a Xabi Alonso performance, though, wasn't it? Really, today.
Today, yeah.
Yeah. My Xabi. He could have come to Arsenal, by the way.
Bellerin? Who?
Yeah.
Who should come to Arsenal?
Do you know what?
Xabi Alonso was on his way to Arsenal after Liverpool got rid of it, because but he changed his mind. He was actually Arsenal bound.
No one want to play for Arsenal. Bellerin,
you want me to do Hector?
Yeah, your best friend.
Yeah, well, let me tell you something. He seems to play well against Chelsea, and I thought he had another good game today.
Yeah.
He did play well, and I thought he was. I'm going to give him a 7.
Okay. No foul throws today, so that's good.
Yeah.
And I guess he always scores a goal at least. I think he scored a couple of goals against Chelsea in the last 4.
He always has a good game against Chelsea.
Yeah.
He does.
He seems to come alive against Chelsea, doesn't he?
All right.
So I wish I had this one. Never mind. Go on.
Do you want me to give it to you? It's actually
No. It goes in order, mate. Go on.
That's Saka. He can always contribute.
Who is that?
Saka.
What player? Oh,
Bukayo. He's right in front of you. He's right in front. Are you looking at the screen?
Yeah. Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka, le petit piment, the little chili, as Aubameyang calls it. No, he was some chili today, and you saw his Instagram post when he said, "I saw him off the line. He saw Mendy off."
Do you really think he saw that? Because they asked him that question.
I hate to say, I thought he had a great game. I thought he had a great game, by the way, but I'm not sure. Did you think he meant that?
He claims he did.
No way.
He claimed he did because if you look at the replay.
No.
Let me go what he said.
I watch along for saying that. I got a shot for saying that I thought it was excellent, and as long as it goes in, I don't care. But to me, I'm trying to think. Did he really mean that? I mean, good, it's gone in, and I'm happy. But
yeah,
I'm not going to go on the goal. I thought his overall performance was excellent today.
Excellent, and it was good to see him on that right side. I always said we haven't gotten that right side alive, and with Martinelli now on the left, we will keep playing Willian. We will keep playing Pepe. I like Saka on that side, to be very honest. He's been doing so much, bringing some spark there. And today he put in the quality, showed his quality. He showed that the youth are really the bright spark in Arsenal this season. I'll give him a 9. I'll give him a 9.
Fair enough. Pedro, Kenny.
Smith Rowe,
he's the player we wanted instead of Willock, and he started today.
Yeah, Smith Rowe was very tidy. I think that's especially he had a tidy game where he was like tidy in possession. I liked his little nutmeg of Kante very naughty. Don't do that to your respect your elders, there, little boy. But I'll give him it was a 6 performance. It wasn't anything spectacular, but it helped the team, and he managed to run his heart out for 65 minutes.
So you give him a 6?
Yes.
For someone that hardly lost possession in the game, you give him a 6.
Yes, because because
do you know what it is? Do you know how difficult it is to keep possession, especially when you're playing against up front, playing against defenders, and you don't lose possession up front? Do you know how difficult that is?
He was tidy. He wasn't spectacular. He was tidy.
Okay.
Tidy performances don't get you anything above 7 and over. You have to be a bit better than that.
But
he was tidy.
But he was efficient with the ball, which is very important. I mean, to be honest, he missed a chance that Bellerin passed to him in the first half. Let's be real. The one that Bellerin caught back to him, and
he was tidy. He was tidy.
It was decent.
Tidy.
6, that's fine. If you're gonna give him 6, that's fine. Martinelli, you're being harsh though. 2 people on 6. Martinelli, Claude.
I love Martinelli. I think, and he's the one that's brought that to even in the last game until he got taken off. You could see the energy he was bringing back into the team a bit. And of course, he created that goal for Lacazette, didn't he? I thought I'm going to give him a 9. I thought it was excellent today. How can I say? Didn't score, but he was excellent in every which way. I'm going to give him a 9.
Fantastic.
When last did we see an Arsenal player try to score an overhead kick? I mean,
you know what? It's interesting you said that. And that overhead kick, he actually did the Zikipi first before even attempting that, which is quite difficult to do. The ball didn't land. He got it up once, and then he sets it up for himself. That's someone that's breathing with confidence. Let's be real.
Confidence, yeah.
Lacazette for you, Ada.
Oh, Laka, our number 9. Wow, good to see Laka on the score sheet again, albeit a penalty. I am quite patient with Laka. I feel that with Aubameyang low on form, Laka has to step up, and so far so good. He's beginning to have a streak of scoring. And if you ask me, I think he should start our next game. I think he should. The commitment is there, the body language is right, and holding up play as well. Holding up play was good, so I'll give him an 8.
Okay, I think one thing I like about him is the fact that himself and Martinelli, they seem to cause so much problems for the defenders by closing them down, and I couldn't really see a lot of times that these guys could play out of the back, all because Martinelli and himself were closing them down. They couldn't play out the back, so they were forcing the likes of Mendy to kind of kick the ball out, or Zuma to kick the ball out, and which was very, very important for us. So they couldn't build the play from the back, and that's one of the things that led to the mistake from Mendy. When Lacazette should be bearing that, he should be bearing that. He give that to Messi. Messi's gonna chip you straight up. I think Bruno Fernandes might have scored that goal.
Aubameyang should have
scored. Bruno Fernandes.
I don't freaking know how to pronounce that name, man. Leave me alone.
Fernandes. Is that the way it's pronounced? Fernandes.
I don't know where
Bruno Fernandes.
Anyway, moving on to the substitutes quickly. Pepe, this is for you, Mr. Felange. Did
he touch the ball?
I don't know, man.
He won a corner.
Free.
I don't know if he deserves a rating.
When the stops come on, we went backwards, and they were starting to get
Willock took us back.
You can I just say one thing about Pepe? The question you're going to need to ask yourself, especially when you do a podcast next, how much does Pepe actually want from his football career? How much does he really want to play for Arsenal? Because at the moment he's hiding behind the anti-Willian brigade. Because when he does plays, does he actually affect the game? Is he actually good enough? Is he actually hurt teams? Because right now there's an industry that thinks that basically puts him on a level by default on 2 ways. First, his transfer fee of 72 million, and then plus there's an anti-William Boys de Silva brigade in the football club. But he's not justifying his place in the squad, in the team. So he needs to ask himself, what does he want from his football career? Because he's got the golden ticket at Arsenal. At the moment, he's throwing it away. He's ripping it up. He's on his 9th life here at Arsenal. But I'll tell you one thing. Come the end of the season, whoever's our manager, he's going back to France. if he doesn't buck his ideas up.
I agree with you. So you give him a 3, yeah?
3. He didn't do anything. Nothing.
Willock, Claude.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. As soon as he came on, I thought, oh God, what's he doing?
Yeah.
So I wanted these players to stay on, but maybe he's thinking about because we've got all these games coming up. But I think that when they, as I said, when the subs come on, like I thought that we went backwards. So
yeah.
I'm going to give him just. He didn't do anything.
He made a good tackle. He made a good tackle in the game. I mean, let's be real. They had a very short. I mean, he had like 20 minutes to play. So Mustafi didn't really have much to play.
5.
I hear you, Claude. I'm not deaf.
I think you're trying to change my mind.
Mustafi, I'm not sure if you want to give him a rating because
I don't have much to. I don't know.
Yeah,
just like he looked confident coming in. He just had this air of confidence. He said, "No goal is going behind me," kind of look. I didn't see him do much, you know.
Yeah, he didn't. I don't think he deserves a rating, really. Let's just go straight to the manager, Arteta.
Takers.
So who's gonna rate him? Kenny.
Lucky man. Yeah. And the reason why he's lucky is because everyone knows that if these players did not have a COVID scare, certain players will not play in the team. If Aubameyang was fit and didn't have that calf problem, you would have not seen Martinelli. If Murray wouldn't have played if Gabriel was fit. Maybe Holden wouldn't have played if Louise was fit. There's still a question mark over Bellerin because Ainsley Maitland-Niles will feel grief for not playing. Bellerin got lucky that Bellerin actually turned up and played. Got lucky with Xhaka's performance as well. So I call him a lucky manager. I'm going to give him a 6. He won
you have got a good point there, Kenny.
That
did fall for him.
Can I ask you a question? Why you give him a 6 when he just won a 3-1 and he played the players that you wanted and we will have just scored up? Who will have scored up to 5 goals today? One hit the back.
No.
We had another good chance from.
He's got a great point.
Why would he give him a 6 for that?
No. Kenny's got a great point because if Gabriel was fit and didn't have that COVID, he would have played Gabriel. It's fallen for him today.
Would you complain if you play Gabriel? Would anyone complain if he plays Gabriel?
Gabriel's
been playing shocking, isn't he, last few games? It's fallen for him that he's got that COVID.
Listen, if Arteta should bench Gabriel, every Arsenal and we lose this game, every Arsenal fan will take the banners and say, "Why didn't he play Gabriel?" Let's be real.
Yeah, but every Arsenal fan wasn't happy with team selection. Every Arsenal fan was wondering aloud, what the hell was this? What he's taking a bit of a risk here. He's being adventurous. We need to be adventurous.
Like Bellerin again, XHAKA again.
So two very maligned players, Bellerin and XHAKA, actually turned up because it's Chelsea.
You've got a great point, Kenny. Because if you think about it, it wasn't really a tactical thing because it was forced upon him.
True.
It was
because of William's illness, isolation, and
it wasn't one of these things where he's playing because I think I'm going to let him off because it was forced on him that Gabriel had that COVID thing.
Yeah,
so,
what about Smith Rowe?
William would play today if he was fit.
Smith Rowe fast on him too?
What's that?
That's a good question.
Was Smith Rowe fast on him?
He could have played Willock if he wanted.
Because William is one of the players that's been left out because of it.
But he could have played Willock.
In contact.
Pepe. Pepe.
Louise and William were only not playing today because they were part of that.
Claude
that had contact with the.
Claude, he could have played Willock if he wanted. Why did he choose Smith Rowe instead of Willock?
Well, no. I'm just trying. No. We don't know. We don't know.
Come on,
the point I'm making is,
Willett.
Right, no, guys. The point I'm making is give credit to where credit is due. Forget about any other thing. He did what he did.
I'm not giving no credit. No,
I'm happy for my football club. I'm not giving him no credit.
Why? Why you condemn him? You condemn him when things go wrong. You condemn him.
Plays for a reason, right?
Exactly.
Let's get it right. I love it because it's my club, right? My club is bigger than any individual, but we're in 15th place for a reason. 14th now. We've gone up one place.
Arteta.
How jolly.
I
listen,
just told you Arteta. Claude, what you need to understand here is I just want a balanced approach to analysis.
There's no balance.
You got it.
If someone does something right, give him the credit. Give him the credit.
Because
that's what I'm asking for.
I'm not giving credit because it's fallen for him.
It's fallen for him. Can't you see that? Are you the only person?
So what is his rating? So what's his rating?
6.
You give him a 6, yeah? You give him a 6.
Yeah, but come on, Tade.
I should have done the rating for Arteta. I should have done the rating.
You shouldn't have, because you give something silly like a 9. So no, you're not doing it, the rating.
7. I would have given him 7.
You want me to be like DT? You don't give him a 10. You want me to be like DT?
No. I just feel it was a
DT.
No, you want me to give him a 10 like DT, do you? You've got no chance. Absolutely no chance.
Listen, guys, it was really lovely having you guys on here. I think we're gonna be coming to the end of it now. This is already an hour, 11 minutes. Always lovely having you guys on, as usual.
Predictions for Brighton.
Yeah, that's a good one. Really. So what's the prediction for Brighton?
1-1.
A draw.
1-1, yeah.
Claude, this is for the favourites, Claude.
It depends. If we turn up like we did today, I think we'll win. But will we turn up like we did today?
What's the score prediction?
Hard to say. I don't know. I can't call it at the moment. I'll think of it near the time. See what?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll make the prediction when he announces the team an hour before the game.
Yeah, makes sense.
Can I ask you guys one question, right? As much as you think I'm harsh on my ratings for Mikel Arteta, let me ask you one question. Do you guys agree that once all these players are fit, like Willian, David Luiz, Aubameyang, Partey, and all these other players, that the players that played well today wouldn't get any football? Do you agree that
I don't know.
Martinelli? Well, Martinelli is not. If Aubameyang's fit, Martinelli is not going to get a game. It's not going to happen.
That doesn't make sense.
Why should it make sense? Look, if you play the game like I am, you know full well what Martinelli can do, what he can't do. That him and Aubameyang play in the same position. So who's the senior player there? Do you leave Aubameyang out for a bit longer, or do you play?
I think he's going to put Aubameyang into the middle.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work down the middle.
It doesn't work.
He play down the middle. He can't play down the middle. Why do people say that he can play down the middle?
I see the points you're coming. I see the points you're placing, though.
Also, Taddy, you're saying you don't know, right? I can tell you, on previous evidence, Player of the Month Martinelli was Player of the Month while Aubameyang was getting suspended. Aubameyang came back. We never saw Martinelli.
Yeah, but that was then. Look, guys, that was when.
That's the evidence. That's the evidence.
Claude, he just came into the club then. That was different. I know what you're talking about. He just came into the club then. Things are now different.
Player of the month.
Things are now different.
Player of the month. And what happens? He wasn't even injured at that time.
That's true.
He got injured in training about a few weeks after.
You know what happened?
He had one poor game at Bournemouth, and he was gone.
No, you know what happened? I think what it was, right, is the Burnley game where he played him down the middle, because I think wasn't that after Chelsea where he played him in the wrong kind of position. He played him down the middle, played him alongside Aubameyang, and I think Burnley, he played kind of at Burnley's hands, because it's where when you do play against defenders like me and Tarkowski, you want someone to hold the ball and play their back to goal. That's not Gabriel Martinelli's game. And I think we're putting ourselves in the danger of saying, right, we're going to play them alongside each other. We're going to play our favourite players alongside each other. So we're going to say Gabriel Martinelli in the middle, or Aubameyang in the middle, or Martinelli. Then we're going to say, play, if you like, Saka, right? So what will happen right now is that you've got two players who like to run onto passes. You've got two players who like to make runs into the box and get in and be the sort of surprise defenders by coming on of chances. Yeah, because they're good players, they have to play. So you look at Lacazette's Aubameyang's goal record, and you think, right, he's got 30 goals a season. Surely he's got to be a centre forward. He's got to play centre forward.
Yeah.
But then when you look at centre forwards, there's two centre forwards. There's Aguero, Alan Shearer, and then there's other centre forwards like Emil Heskey, who are different centre forwards where they play with their back to goal, can hold the ball up and bring other players into the game. And that's what Laka is there to do for us.
Yeah.
Now, if you play Aubameyang as a centre forward,
it doesn't do that. It can't do that.
It will only work if crosses are going all the time. Where we create chances, chance after chance, and he's tapping it in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But do you really want? But yeah, and then because if you're not, you're getting him in the areas where he's not going to hurt the opposition because he's got his back to goal, and that he's able to hold the ball up and bring other players to play. But he's a fake one stronger, and that's always been my argument against overstarting because we don't have that. Dare I say it, creativity to play the balls into. Plus, we don't get enough crosses in the box for him. And until we do that, I don't see any reason why he should play up front.
Not an easy job.
I kind of agree with what you're saying, really. I just feel that one way or the other, with the way Martinelli has changed the face of the team the last couple of games he's played, I just feel one way or the other, Arteta might find a place for him. That's all I'm saying. Even if he has to play on the right hand side of the wings, I feel that Martinelli will play a better game.
Do you know what, Tade? I've missed EastEnders to come and talk to you tonight. I hope you feel privileged.
Well, definitely.
I've been trying to round this up. Kenny keeps talking about Aubameyang, the Village Wash, everything.
I've missed EastEnders. I wanted to see if Ian Bill finally copped it.
I don't follow the series. I'm sorry.
Come on, Claude. There's no chance. Ian Bill is like an institution, mate. Ian Bill.
Right, this is the conversation myself and Ada cannot get
involved
in.
Ken Barlow, any in Corrie, he never goes away, does he? Yeah, I know what you mean.
Until they copy it in real life. No, they're going to be there forever at EastEnders and Coronation Street.
On that note, we're putting this live to an end.
Taddy, thank you so much for
Christmas.
Thanks for having you guys as usual. Merry Christmas.
The young lady here as well.
Yeah, thank you, Claude.
Enjoyed it as well.
I enjoyed it.
Those they're working well, aren't they? They're working well, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, earbuds, isn't it? Yeah. I think the thing is right. I'm going to be with Claude tomorrow morning, and you know what's happening? You know what's happening? So, guys, Ada and Tade, please watch.
You're going to be where? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Me and Claude are doing this morning show tomorrow, a Sunday morning show that we like to do every Sunday.
Okay.
Like, you guys know, before we go, me and Claude are going to get slaughtered because everyone thinks that we're so anti-Arteta that we're going to have sellotape over our mouths. We're not going to be able to have a show because Arsenal won.
So, you can bring me in to be Mr. Positive.
No. Freeze the crowds.
Oh, really?
By the way, Kenny, Terry is hammering into you tonight, mate.
Oh. Don't worry, I'm happy then. So I've got Tade on one side, and I've got Terry. And one of my relatives actually phoned me up, and said, you know what, it must be really hard for you that Arsenal won. I mean, you must have not enjoyed that. You and your mates, I love you and your friends, your Arteta. How will you be able to cope? You won't be able to do any podcasts at all.
Bandwagon.
Yeah.
I'm delighted. We're 3 points. I'm delighted. We're 3 points near that 40-point target.
Same here.
Anyways, thanks a lot, guys, for coming. Really, I do appreciate you guys coming on. Anyway, from me, it's good night, guys. Talk to you guys later.
Good night, everyone.
Hey, are you enjoying the content? Well, if you're enjoying the content, subscribe. What are you waiting for? Stop looking at me. Subscribe now. Come on. How is the channel going to grow if you don't subscribe? Help a brother. Thank you very much.